brought to you by
Youth, elderly, and persons with disabilities. It's time to choose our leaders. Let's show up and participate in the Special Interest Group elections. Starting June through August this year. Your vote, your voice. My vote, my voice. This message is brought to you by the Uganda Electoral Commission.
Tuning in and welcome to the second edition of News Tonight. It's me, Micheal Lukomwa, with Elizabeth Nakakoni, who will be on your screen in just a few seconds. We'll go straight to what we have for you this evening. Government has reached an agreement with the arts teachers who have been on sit-down strike for almost a month to call off the strike. Minister for Public Service Muruli Mukasa says that the decision was made after a meeting with the President Yoweri Museveni on Monday, who agreed to enhance their salaries starting next financial year.
Boda Senior Secondary School has hosted its annual Achievers Day that has coincided with the 2025 Music, Dance and Drama Festival.
Our purpose here is to develop, according to the new curriculum, the talent identification, talent development in writing music, in performing plays, in singing, in playing musical instruments. These ones fall in line with the new curriculum of education that focuses on
For the last 3 weeks, the arts teachers had been on strike demanding commensurate pay with their science counterparts. The Minister for Public Service has announced that the government has agreed to increase arts teachers' salary by 100% starting in 2026-2027 financial year.
Uganda Professional Humanities Union UPHTU have, as of Monday 30th June 2025, resolved to end their industrial action following a high-level engagement with His Excellency the President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni held at State House.
While meeting the Arts and Humanities Union leaders at State House, President Museveni tipped the teachers on the possibility of free housing for the teachers and free education for their children.
During the engagement, His Excellency the President reiterated government's commitment to improving the welfare of all the teachers.
State Minister for Finance Amos Lugolobi assured the arts teachers of their commitment to implement the government's decision.
The Ministry of Finance will make necessary arrangements to make sure that this is provided in next financial year's budget, starting July 2026. So that is the commitment.
The State Minister for Higher Education, John Chrysostom Muyingo, urged the teachers to respect the resolutions reached while meeting the President.
I want to thank our teachers for their understanding, and I want to call upon them to now seriously embark on the teaching and the covering up for the 3 weeks that were lost in the negotiations. I want the teachers, when to get back today, devise all means that will enable us cover what we have lost.
Arts teachers under their Uganda Professional Arts and Humanities Union have been on sit-down strike for 3 weeks over the salary disparities with their science counterparts. Philip Aguta for UBC News in Kampala.
The NRM Electoral Commission Chairman, Danga Odoi, has officially started nomination for CEC today, 1st June 2024. He told the media that the forms for expression for interest of NRM chairperson and flag bearer have been printed after two other persons showed interest.
Tang Odoi, who had refused the two contestants to the top two NRM positions yesterday, has cleared the queries and released the forms.
Humbly, like presidents do, and pick the forms. They must also have paid the required 20 million for presidential forms and 20 million for expression of interest forms. We had not been informed by them, but since they now informed that there are people who wanted the forms, we have printed these forms with security marks and they are now available.
Several members of the party have been nominated, including over 250 members showing interest for the SEC positions.
On behalf of the NRM Electoral Commission, I, Dr. Tanga, nominate Honorable Michael Mawanda to contest for Central Executive Committee Vice Chairperson representing Western Uganda.
That's it. Congratulations. My forms for contesting for the position of Central Executive Member in charge of Western Uganda. I decided to stand on this post for three reasons. One, I want to bring new blood in sake of NRM. A lot has been done by our colleagues. I think we need to come and also rejuvenate, add more energy.
NRM Secretariat, I've come to explain my interest on the position of Vice Chair Karamoja. This position, I started having a vision on it in 2020.
The nominations for the SEC members continues this week and will close on Friday, with exception of President Yoweri Museveni, who will be nominated on Saturday, the 5th of July, 2025.
To come for nomination. President Yoweri Museveni, Kaguta Tibuhaburwa will be here on Saturday to come for nomination. The others who want to be presidential material will be welcome on Friday as the last.
Nahawe Charity reporting for UBC News.
The U.S. Food and Drug Administration has approved lenacapavir to the expectation of Ugandan health scientists. Lenacapavir is an HIV injectable pre-exposure prophylaxis known as PrEP that is administered twice annually to HIV-negative individuals to prevent them from acquiring HIV.
The global dream of ending HIV by 2030 is nearing reality following the approval of lenacapavir by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration on the 18th last month. Lenacapavir is an HIV injectable PrEP that is administered twice annually to HIV-negative individuals to prevent them from acquiring HIV. The director, Uganda Virus Research Institute, Professor Pontiano Caleb, has expressed optimism that this milestone, coupled with other HIV prevention interventions, will help curb new HIV infections.
It's a wonder drug which can be used for treatment of HIV, but very important also for prevention as PrEP. It's an injection that is given twice in a year. And in the studies whereby even Uganda institutions were involved, it showed very, very good results in preventing the transmission of HIV. So I think it will add to the different approaches in trying to end HIV/AIDS as a public health disease by 2030.
Dr. Flavia Matovu, who was the principal investigator for Purpose 1 study on lenacapavir in Uganda, described the breakthrough as exciting news.
The next step is for each country to work with their local authorities to make sure that the drug is approved. For example, here we have the National Drug Authority. They have to approve lenacapavir and to register it in Uganda, and thereafter Ministry of Health has to revise the guidelines, because we have guidelines for PrEP. Already we have oral PrEP that's been effective, but the uptake is very low, and also persistence. People come for it and then they stop after a while.
The concern remains on the availability and accessibility of len to low-income countries.
Development of these drugs is expensive. There's a lot that has gone in. There's been research on this drug for more than 20 years. From the lab, the science, because it's such a good drug, it uses a different approach mechanism, unlike the drugs that we have. A new mechanism, which is so exciting to us. So a lot of research has gone on. In the lab, people discovered it, then the studies and the trials. So we need also to be, as we want the cost to go down, we need also to be, to also recognize that companies also have to get some profits to fund their research and future research, otherwise they collapse. So that has also to be taken into consideration. The research is expensive, so companies have to get back some of the money they have invested. So we hope we can use the current global networks, UNAIDS, the Clinton Foundation, PEPFAR, and other organizations that are more global to put some mechanism that may include negotiating tier costing, whereby the cost of the drugs could be different. Those in the rich countries, they sell at a higher price than those in the low countries. So tier pricing can happen. Pooled procurement mechanism, Clinton Foundation and others have done it, that if you have a big market, you procure big consignments, they go to Africa, they go to Asia, they go to Latin America. The companies may feel good about it, that they'll make money because there's somebody who's buying a lot at a cheaper price. So pooled procurement is very, very important.
So it's a lot of investment, a lot of time, and therefore you expect that this drug has to be priced a bit higher than what we can afford here. And therefore what Gilead did, even before the FDA approval came in, they had already signed agreements, licensing agreements with 6 drug manufacturers who can make generic versions at a cheaper price. Because they've not funded the study, they've not invested much, they are able to negotiate with Gilead Sciences to be able to provide the drug at a much fairer price than what the brand version would cost.
So Uganda will have to align her HIV treatment guidelines to incorporate lenacapavir. Adia Nakote, UBC.
Buganda Road Chief Magistrate's Court has charged 28 youth accused of assaulting people in Kampala over the weekend in a so-called Gali. The accused were arraigned at the Law Development Center and Buganda Road Court in Kampala to answer charges of simple robbery, assault and theft.
These other 14 suspects were arrested by police at Wanlegea over the weekend. They have appeared before Law Development Center, Grade 1 Magistrate Court in Wanlegea to face charges against them. Upon arriving at court, they alleged to have been used by politicians who later denied their actions. Among the suspects was Ojala Anthony, Martin Sentai, Katakwenga Dilisa, Matovu Muzaffar, Odong Ismail, Salongo Kafero, Waswa Joseph, Kabogoza Joram, among others. The 14 suspects arraigned before Magistrate Dorinya Mbabas were charged with 3 counts of theft, simple robbery of phones, money worth 1 million, handbags, among other items.
At Nakasero Chadondo Road in Kampala.
Nakasero Chadondo Road in Kampala.
You robbed Magezi Leonard. Together with cash.
They were also charged with another count of assault, to which they all pleaded not guilty to. Prosecution represented by Patricia Thingitho told court that inquiries are complete. Since they had no sureties, court did not release them on bail.
Put down your hand.
Meanwhile, 16 suspects from the Central Police Station have been arraigned before Uganda Road Magistrates Court and charged with simple robbery. That happened at National Theatre in Kampala. The 16 include 3 juveniles, Tulinawe Emmanuel, Bwambale Ediga, and Kengoze Josephine. The suspects have appeared before the Principal Magistrate Grade 1, Winnie Nancha Jatiko, and denied the charges leveled against them.
National Theatre in Kampala, Mwanyaga Kigozi Abudu, essimu ye ey'ekika kya Galaxy ne Nokia nga byali babibalamu emitwalo 6 egya Uganda ne ssente enkalu, byonna ebintu bye mwamubbako byali bya miliyoni 1.45. Amangu ddala nga mukola obunyazi obwo mwabimuggyako na bukambwe ne mumukuba ne mumutuusaako ebisago.
Prosecution represented by Alani Muchinguzi told court that investigations into the case are complete. The accused were remanded until 18th July 2025, when court will start the hearing of the case. The 29 are said to have committed the alleged offences around Nile Avenue. Uganda Broadcasting Corporation UBC at the Ministry of Health, Nakasero, Wandegeya, among other places on 28th June 2025. Deborah Namamonde. Viola Nansubuga, UBC News.
A section of residents from Rwemiyaga, Zimbabwe district, led by their Member of Parliament, Theodore Sechikubo, have come to Parliament to ask the Speaker of Parliament to help them get justice for one of their residents who was gunned down Thursday last week. Sechikubo alleges that this offense was committed by retired generals from the Uganda People's Defense Forces, expressing the need to apply the provisions of the UPDF Amendment Act to arrest and try them in a general court martial.
Residents of Rwemiyaga in Zimbabwe district have appealed to President Museveni to withdraw the army camped at Ntusi and Katunga barracks. This follows one of their residents, one Fred Sembosi, was shot at and killed, and Moses Tibengana injured during a rally of the Member of Parliament Rwemiyaga, Theodore Sechikubo, in Chirenga Parish. The residents, led by the Member of Parliament Sechikubo, have come to Parliament to meet the Speaker on the plight of the people in Rwemiyaga. However, they did not find her.
From me, he was here in my chest. I pushed him. I did not realize at that point that I had been shot. But the bullet, the killer bullet, went through his chest and he died instantly. We are here to demand justice for the deceased Sembosi Fred. Looking at the plight of the family, looking at the young orphan, we demand that this family, whose breadwinner was shot dead in cold blood, they deserve compensation.
Sechikubo claims he had successfully held a rally in Bukorokoro, and when he reached at a rally in Chirega, they were allegedly attacked by army men who fired at them, and one Sembosi Fred, 25 years, was killed. Sechikubo himself was injured.
And Ugandans, that recently, a few years back, the soldiers killed a one Tumukunde. Tumukunde is the son to the LCC chairperson Rugusuru, called Mr. Karakuri. They found him in a bar. They killed him in cold blood. The president ordered for the court martial, which sat in Zimbabwe. For 3 days, the trial took place for 3 days. And people were satisfied. In the same way, we demanded that the killers of Sembosi Fred be court-martialed immediately.
Meanwhile, Buyaga constituency MP Barnabas Tinkasimire has refuted allegations that he faked his abduction.
Insisted I must drink their porridge. This guy who was mean-looking with hoods around him, with a long beard like this, with very red eyes, holding a cable, a wire cable. Huh? I knew the next time he was going to hit me, because already I was having swollen wound here. This side, but the back is I'm in total pain. Touching the head, I have a cut here. I said, this man, if he returns to beating me. So he said, you drink. I drank half of the porridge.
He said they have filed a civil suit to this effect.
I have assembled my legal team to take on a civil action of fighting for my rights. The courts of Uganda provide that I, the nobody, the son of the peasant, I equally have rights. And I will go to court with my team of lawyers who are here, that they can be enforced. I can get justice.
I'm Nafka Farida at Parliament.
The Youth and Children Affairs Minister Balamba Rugahara has implored the Uganda diaspora to embrace Ugandans in the diaspora to embrace newly launched direct flights by Uganda Airlines between Entebbe and London, as this will open up market for Uganda's goods. Balam has made the call while paying a visit to Her Excellency Nimisha Madvani, Uganda's High Commissioner to the United Kingdom.
God bless our ambassador. Thank you, High Commissioner. You're doing a good job.
Trying.
I've just been telling Ugandans that now with Uganda Airlines, a ticket is only at less than $800, less than $1,000 a return ticket for the moment. And then I've told them we were able to bring in coffee, macadamia, Uganda orange, bagia, all products made in Uganda.
And we have brought in at the moment 30 tons of cargo, full. That's been the maximum that we brought so far. Chilies, pineapple, avocado. And then we have capacity to 40 tons. So we're waiting for more cargo to be able to come, as long as they meet all the phytosanitary standards that are required of the UK.
At our embassy, our High Commission, I'd like first of all to thank King Charles for hosting us, and then thank the President for having a friendly relationship with the Great Britain. I'm here to promote Uganda, buy Uganda, and build Uganda. I want first of all to inform the people in London that on our flight as of yesterday, we had 15 tons of coffee and Uganda orange, Kachira ram, all the different products. So with Uganda Airlines introduction, we are able to introduce most of these goods now. With even the chai, Kachira sugar, we have our own garden tea, all these things now are in London. So promote our products, sell our products. These are some of the finest drinks. This one is Uganda orange, lemon and ginger. Then it has, what is that? Kachira ram.
Coffee.
It's a vodka. It's also a product of coffee. So let's build Uganda by supporting our products. So with the introduction of Uganda Airlines, we can now able sell Kachira sugar here. Our Kachira sugar is coming, originally grown and processed in Uganda to world standard. Then we have macadamia. This one is grown in Bunyoro, in the parts of Ankole, in Mubende, in Uganda. It's a fast-moving good. So I encourage everyone to grow macadamia. The market is available. Then, of course, our son has also coffee. Those are coffee beans made in Uganda, grown in Uganda, processed and packed for European market. So let's build Uganda by supporting Uganda. The market is available and we have the means to deliver to the world market. God bless you all.
The High Court has dismissed a legal challenge to the re-election of Sheikh Shaban Ramadan Mubaje as Mufti of Uganda, citing lack of jurisdiction and the need to uphold religious self-governance. In its ruling, the court found that while the Uganda Muslim Supreme Council exercises public functions impacting millions of Sunni Muslims, its powers are not governmental in nature and therefore not subject to judicial review, I beg your pardon. The applicants who sought to nullify Mubaje's February 2025 re-election failed to demonstrate that the Uganda Muslim Supreme Council's actions warranted court supervision under public law. Justice Bernard Namanya further invoked the religious question doctrine, emphasizing that disputes over the election of a spiritual leader are inherently religious and fall outside the court's purview.
High Court has made a ruling this evening dismissing this case, this application, on a number of grounds. But most importantly, as Muslims, it has given us real food for thought on how we can manage our issues going forward. The judge, in his wisdom, has advised that court is limited by the religious question of doctrine to inquire into a religious dispute concerning the election of the Mufti of Uganda, who is the spiritual leader of Sunni Muslims in Uganda, and that this dispute can best be addressed by the followers and leaders of Muslim religious faith in Uganda and Muslim leaders at global level. What do we learn from this? This is the second time that court is advising Muslims to resolve their own issues internally. And our constitution provides for a Muslim arbitration and conciliation council. And there are other organs of dispute resolutions, mechanisms within the Muslim fraternity and the constitution as well. I appeal to Muslim brothers and sisters that this is not a matter of winner or vanquished. It's a matter of coming back together as brothers and sitting down and resolve our issues. We need to sit down and resolve our issues internally without going outside. We have many avenues of doing this, and if you take advantage of the relevant opportunities and avenues available for resolving conflict and disputes within ourselves. Thank you very much. His Eminence Dr. Sheikh Shaban Ramadan Mubaje is now confirmed the Mufti of Uganda, and there is no more doubt about that. Assalamu alaikum.
NRM leaders in Tororo County are calling for President Yoweri Museveni, also NRM party chairperson, to intervene in the administration contention issue regarding the suspension of district party registrar Wilbur Okware, who was suspended under unclear circumstances, replacing him with Charles Erota, whom they say has issues in his execution of party duties. They claim that Charles Erota, the new NRM district registrar posted, is working on remote. The party leaders also held a peaceful demonstration before they submitted their petition to the office of the RDC.
We have also come to reject the decision of the NRM Electoral Commission to suspend our registrar and replace with the assistant registrar. The reason is that it has not been done fairly, and it has sentiments attached and interests, because the person whom they are putting to be the registrar now was rejected by us in the first time when he was appointed as a registrar.
Talking about Rota, if Okware is going, let Okware go with the easy deputy. We don't want him. If it is to undress our clothes, we are going to undress.
What is so special with the office of Toro County Political District? We don't want, if it is Rota, please forgive us.
We shall not accept Erota in that. We shall not accept. We are not going to allow Tanga. The office of the chairman should give us another commission, not Rodoi Tanga.
Let us just remain calm. In the meantime, we all know that we are in an election period, yes, and the tempers are flaring. Yes. So this is an urgent matter. They are going to address it.
The registrar is not there, and we are rejecting the registrar elect. Therefore, there is no referee. There is no match which can start without a referee.
The Pan-African Society for Musical Arts Education and the International Society for Music Education have launched a groundbreaking regional conference to revolutionize African musical arts education. innovation, inclusivity, and cultural sustainability for social impact. The Secretary General, Pan-African Society for Musical Education, Dr. Bernard Chigo, says that the conference promotes innovation, inclusivity, and cultural sustainability.
The theme impacts the conference in the sense that it introduces a new wave of trying to make sure that musical arts education is not just heard about, but it is practiced and it's alive across the whole of Africa. But now, as you have seen in the conference, it goes beyond Africa, because we've got people from the United States, people from New Zealand, people from Australia, we've got people from Sweden, from so many other places. And that's what we want to see, that we speak the same language, we protect the arts, but we keep them alive in schools, keep them alive in the community. And that's what it says, inclusivity, everybody must have access. The equity issue is an issue in the music.
Issues of the world are not just solved by economics, but also culture, the diversity. And that you've seen in this particular conference. It comes in to bring different perspectives, how culture can be used, how music can be used, not just only to bring people together, but it can also be used to divide up people. So it really has it's like a double-edged sword, really. That's what I would say.
Schools, if we don't include music of all the different cultures, then those cultures have a danger of becoming extinct, because we don't teach it to our children, we don't practice it, and they must learn to love it. So we need to include that as part of the formal school education, to be the core of the music, to have music as the core of the school subjects, not just as an extra something that students do if they have time or if they want to, but for every child to be given the right to practice music. This is very important for them.
Psychologists and counselors have raised alarm over the growing mental health crisis in schools, warning of its severe impact on learners' academic performance and the high cost of rehabilitation.
Nabosa Swabra, a student at Wakiso Muslim Secondary School, spiraled into severe stress and near depression, losing interest in studies and social interaction. Her sister's intervention through counseling was life-saving. Nabosa represents many learners silently battling mental health issues often overlooked in schools.
Yeah, some time back, I really got not a mental illness, I won't say mental illness, but I was under stress. Should I say so? I was under stress, some kind of, and it was taking me under like depression. I reached a moment and I felt like I didn't want to speak to anyone. I didn't want to laugh or smile. I felt like I got the negative mindset that everybody may be that bad. The only way I got out of that was the time I spoke to my sister.
Schools like Wakiso Muslim SS are using drama skits to raise awareness about mental health challenges.
It is now or never. Mental health is crucial. Yes!
We decided to choose mental health. Reason being that this is a real problem in so many schools. You have heard about students hanging themselves, students committing suicide. When you go to universities, it is the same story.
The whole thing comes from home. In most cases, schools are normally climax of those many challenges that learners go through. But in most cases, what schools do and the teachers is always coming in to try and help these learners.
Experts say such creative approaches, along with promoting relaxation through co-curricular activities, offer therapeutic value.
Music, dance and drama has been found to be one of the most important therapies in healing mental challenges.
They warn that student strikes often stem from feeling unheard and are now advocating for a more attentive approach.
In our research in the past, we discussed that one of the key reasons why students strike in schools is the claim of not being listened to. And so they have so many challenges that pile and pile and pile, and whoever they are trying to address it to is not giving them a solution.
Rehabilitation remains costly and space limited, making prevention the best alternative.
That first of all, accessing the rehabilitation centers is not easy because they are almost full. Everybody is there. Very challenging to note is that majority of the young people in those spaces are people from well-to-do families. They seem to have a lot of resources, that they are using the resources anyhow.
Crispus Arinitwe, UBC News.
The Rotary District 9213 has kicked off the 2025-26 Rotary year with a powerful initiative to unite people, communities and organizations in a mission to create meaningful change through kindness, collaboration and service. Led by the district governor, Geoffrey Martin Chitakule, the district's effort aims to drive positive change.
Clubs, and the clubs are the form Rotary. So the biggest challenge now is actually recruitment. It's because we have to replenish our members to make sure we grow. We are 40 million Ugandans, and they need some money. So the challenge we need people to come and join us. We need more hands to make an impact in the community. And I'm sure everybody here will agree with me. So the challenge is able to recruit as many young people, as many able or willing Ugandans as possible to join Rotary. Rotary has always been looked at as an elite club, but that's a wrong assumption. Because as we've seen, we have Rotaractors. These are young people who are starting their professions. And we are grooming them so that they can actually be Rotarians. So our call to action is that please join us. And join us for us to make a difference.
You just need a heart that cares and hands that are willing. Therefore, if you have a heart that cares and hands that are willing, we do have enough space for you. We are running a movement of people that are changing lives, and you can be part of this.
Thank you very much.
Stakeholders in Lango have validated critical issues affecting service delivery. From drug shortages to poor roads and staff overload in public institutions, the engagement seeks to raise concerns to policymakers and address long-standing service delivery gaps.
None, and we have not received any. So we are doing badly in health.
Top among the issues was poor health services. Lira District Chairperson Richard Max Okello says for over 5 years, no upgrades have been made to local health centers.
So it's a very painful situation in Lira, because as other districts like Uyam got about 10 upgrades of health center 2s to health center 3s, Lira District got 0. Then what do you expect out of that 0? We are very unfortunate.
In an open dialogue, FAPAD led the conversation to validate challenges hindering effective service delivery.
Out of 1 billion, we have spent with like about only 200 million this financial year. The District Road Committee, which all these MP seats, I think they poorly planned, because the money which was meant for the maintenance of the equipment, the facilitation of those operators was too little. So when our grader broke down, it took us for like about 4 months when the machine has not been worked on. Yet Lira district is covering over 230-something kilometers. But I'm glad that recently the DRC sat and the budget was revised. And our road now, they are working on it.
1 billion in why District Road Committee here?
Locals also decried the state of roads, citing delays in maintenance and conflicts between the district councils and road committees. Farmers called for an end to exploitation by middlemen and urged for better access to extension services. With the only one veterinary officer in Lira, experts say the parish development model could be at risk.
But we have mangoes everywhere in our and it's rotting. That is also another area which you should follow up.
So after here, we are presenting the issues at a national level. And at the national level, it will be presented before the policy makers for the gaps to be addressed.
Our problems are still at the household levels. We need proper parenting of our children.
Lira RDC Lilian Yala challenged leaders to crack down on alcoholism in villages and called for a cultural shift towards responsible behavior and productivity. Ediulwa, UBC News.
Here's your chance to win school fees for your child for a whole year. Just pay school fees using Momo. Star 165 star 80 hash. Select option 2 for school pay. Select option 1 to pay school fees. Enter the student number and amount and approve the transaction. You are now entered a draw to win school fees for your child for a whole year.
Uniquely ours. Explore Uganda.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the Rider Selection Campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends to form a team of 4, and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety, and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll free 0800 335 555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
You got us on your wallet. Bobby, again! What's the drama?
Drama? Colleagues, elections for special interest groups are calling. SIGs, elections, youth, PWDs, elderly. It's time to vote for our leaders, June through August. From village to parish to district to nationals, youth, PWDs, elderly. It's time, go vote your leaders. No! F-O-B! Elections are supposed to be peaceful. Easy vote, okay?
Youth, elderly, and persons with disabilities. It's time to choose our leaders. Let's show up and participate in the special interest group elections. Starting June through August this year. Your vote, your voice. My vote, my voice. This message is brought to you by the Uganda Electoral Commission.
At UNOC, we believe in safety.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the Rider Selection Campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends to form a team of 4, and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety, and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll-free 0800-335-555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
Thank you so much for watching and welcome back from the break. A group of think tank entrepreneurs have initiated an academy to award science innovators to address their credential demand that is emerging in Uganda's innovation sector, and this is a private sector-led initiative. The Commissioner for Science and Technology and Innovation at the Ministry of Science and Technology, Julius Nyanzi, told UBC that the KM Squared Academy is started to address the need for natural scientists who do not have academic papers. They are seeking own accreditation, which is a new phase of education system to drive Uganda's economic path. He was speaking at the fundraising for Kisenyi Medical Mentorship Academic in Kampala.
I'm part of the science policy makers. By research, we are into innovative research solutions using our locally available resources, and we are putting much emphasis on plants. Plants, because we know money grows on trees, and Uganda is gifted by nature. It's very critical and very key, and we know that this kind of job we are doing has given us a great opportunity to serve the world. That's the reason as to why we have been moving through the ranks. Our target is to work with the local community, because they have been left out for many years. Yes, there are government interventions like DIT, Directorate of Industrial Training, but most people shy away from such arrangements because they believe at the end of the day they will be judged based on their academic journey. If someone went to secondary school or has a PLE or UNEB certificate per se. So with this, I've been moving with these people for now quite a long time, about 15 years. So we know each other. I've visited them, they visit our center, they visit our processing centers. So there's that kind of rapport we have, or bond we have established over time. So coming up with this idea, we are trying to formulate our own standard. Our biggest challenge as a country is working under foreign countries' standards. Yes, but we have to develop our own standard. That is very key in the progress of our country. I may know how to extract oil from eucalyptus using a certain way or a certain machine locally fabricated, meeting the safety standards. But again, an international body may discredit because they don't know about it.
I have been trying to get off my mind, and that is establish a mentorship academy. Actually, it was Julius Nyanzi, my friend, who really surprised me when out of the blue, because we had discussed that sometime in passing, that before really I leave this world, you know, before I leave journalism, active journalism, I wish to mentor people. I think he took it on, and then I think something like 3 weeks ago, he surprised me and said, you know, we are going to launch Michael Kisenyi Mentorship Academy.
The Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development has officially launched Uganda's much anticipated Biofuels blending program, marking a major milestone in the country's transition towards sustainable energy. Addressing a press briefing at the Uganda Media Center, Dr. Ruth Nankabirwa, the Minister for Energy and Mineral Development, emphasized the need for collaborative efforts among all stakeholders to ensure the program's success.
The commencement of Uganda's Biofuels blending program is a milestone in the energy transition journey. The initiative begins with the blending of petroleum motor spirit, PMS, commonly known as petrol, with 5% fuel-grade ethanol, referred to as E5.
First approach will increase up to 20% target, which is set by the Biofuels Act of 2022. We have to balance as we move along. In blending, we have to cross-check on the upstream where the maize, the cassava comes from, because we need sustainability. And
the objective of the program is to enhance energy security, promote environmental stewardship, and boosting investment and innovation in the energy sector.
The program will stabilize markets for local farmers and promote value addition to crops like maize, cassava, and sugarcane, creating jobs across the entire value chain, from farming to processing, logistics, and blending, or even cooking. We are committed to sourcing locally produced ethanol, supporting Uganda's BUBU policy, Buy Uganda, Build Uganda. The ministry has licensed producers with an annual ethanol capacity of 78.5 million liters, including Pro Industries, Kakira Sugar Limited, GM Sugar Limited, Hoima Sugar Limited, Bukona Agro Processors, and many others.
Dr. Ruth Nankabirwa further noted that our ministry has made substantial progress in preparing for the rollout, ensuring the necessary regulatory, infrastructural, and stakeholder readiness. In accordance with the Biofuels Licensing Regulations 2022, Uganda will commence with 5% ethanol blend of petrol. This ratio will gradually scale up to the 20% target set by the Biofuels Act of 2020.
We shall be having a blending facility at Busia, Malaba, Lake Victoria, at Kawuku, and then Mutukula to start with. I'm sure we shall also be having another facility in Jinja. And once we have those facilities, the standards have been set by the National Bureau of Standards, and we shall make sure that all these companies are complying with those standards, so that those who are having motor vehicles, the engines of those vehicles are not impaired as a result of having a product that is not well tested, that does not conform to standards.
The launch of the Biofuels blending program signals the government of Uganda's commitment to building a sustainable, energy-secure future for the nation. Dennis Igor for UBC News.
Mpondwe Muslim Vocational Secondary School is planning to construct a two-storied block with 8 classrooms to accommodate the growing number of students seeking education. The existing infrastructure is inadequate, negatively impacting the learner's experience.
Mpondwe Muslim Vocational Secondary School, located in Mpondwe Lubiriha Town Council, Kasese District, is a community-based Muslim-founded institution providing secondary education. Established in 2002 by the Uganda Muslim Supreme Council under Bwera Main Mosque, the school was founded to support underprivileged learners and promote hands-on vocational skills,
so that they can become self-reliant and employed.
The school teaches both Islam and the standard curriculum of the government for the purposes of making sure that we impart morals into our children, basing on Islamic principles.
The school enrollment has increased from 14 students in 2002 to 509 students in 2025. This number has overwhelmed the current infrastructure.
Some other people carry out their other students their lessons from outside. It becomes so challenging when it rains, when the weather changes, then most of the lessons are put at a standstill.
To address the space shortage, the school plans to raise 395 million to construct a two-story block with 8 classrooms. Thomas Taebwa, the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, will steer the exercise.
I also want to take this opportunity to thank the Right Honourable Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Thomas Taebwa, for accepting to come and become our guest of honor. I also thank the Honourable Minister Kabyanga Chime for the good mobilization, because we've had fundraisings before, but we have never had one of this caliber, and I want to attribute it to his massive mobilization.
This dilapidated structure serves as a reading room, and most classrooms are shared. The school has only 5 computers to support its ICT curriculum.
You find that others will first go there and study when for us we're waiting outside. After they have finished, we go inside, which is time consuming. You find that we are interacting very differently.
Despite having 37 teaching staff, the number is inadequate to meet the growing academic demands, especially in sciences.
With the mathematicians, because I do BCM ICT, so we have only one teacher of math, and this teacher is always here on Saturday. So for us, we can spend almost the whole week having a class of math. So
whenever you have our SAS teacher, when an advert is out and this person succeeds, goes away. So we remain lacking.
We are the biologists here, but we do a practical when we are 2 weeks towards the end of term examinations. So this is because our lab is also occupied by the senior 6 students.
You find that one teacher has more than 6 schools he's teaching in. Then it becomes a challenge to us that other times he misses us.
The school has also applied for government-aided status to receive sustainable support, particularly in the payment of teachers. The school leadership remains hopeful that the government intervention will improve learning conditions, attract more enrollment, and better serve the current 509 students, comprising 294 girls and 215 boys. Ivan Kahwa, UBC News.
Another short break. On return, we will wind up with business news.
One, two, Timana. Sika. Hey, the tuja kweta twetu. Moche. Mr. Boss. Bigida MTN kola kenzo wangure.
I am so excited to be here in Kobalo, Arua. We've gotten our second winner from this place. All he had to do was to download the caller tune. He's a young gentleman. Convincing him that he's the actual winner was actually not easy.
I never believed in calls that could come to me anyhow, because I was always a lot of scammers. But later when I confirmed, it was true. And I'm really happy I have received my bag.
All you have to do is dial *170 *12 hash and download the caller tune. Digida with MTN caller tunes. Owangule.
Uniquely ours. Explore Uganda.
Taxation is a bit complicated, and the only way to demystify it and make it as easy to understand and to comply with is through engagement. Is there a limit to the number of cars a returning citizen is bringing into Uganda? Who has paid the excise duty on this water is not the supermarket which has sold you this bottle at 1,000. It's not the business. It is the man who is going to drink this water. We strongly believe that it will only be through such constructive engagement that we'll be able to broaden our tax base and build our country together.
Buza Commissioner. Now you can get direct answers. Send your tax-related questions via WhatsApp or SMS to 0790 141 887 and the Commissioner General of URA, John Musinguzi, will personally address them. Tune in to UBC News Tonight every Monday and Wednesday for expert insights and clear explanations. Buza Commissioner.
Thank you so much for watching and welcome back from that short break. In a landmark step to address inadequate accommodation for border riders, the United Border Riders Cooperative Union has acquired over 13 acres of land in Mate, Busunju, Mityana district. With more than 1.2 million border riders in Uganda, the initiative will help them retire into decent homes and escape the rental cycle that hampers savings. The project is structured around affordable installment payments.
So we encouraged our border people to save with the purpose. And why we are here? Why are we here? We are opening up our first union village to the public. Not only the borders, but also the passengers. So it is open to the public. Wherever you are, you can come. All over the country, you can come and own a plot of land in any of our sites. This is our first site, and we are looking at opening up another site in Kalaji, even in Jinja. So this land, it consists of 154 plots of land, and we are going to put houses on them. So it's going to be an organized estate. We are not going to allow anyone to come and put up any house. So you are going to follow an organized system. We are going to have a school, we are going to have roads, we are going to have electricity, we are going to have water. So first of all, for you to qualify, I've said you must be a boda on a stage, if you're a boda man or a boda woman. Then you must pay 250,000 as a deposit. And every day you will be paying 10,000.
Tetwagala mu buyumba buno bumama yingira pole buno obwa ghetto ono tetwagala wo ghetto kino ekifo kiteeketeke ensonga lwaki twagala tuzimbemu ennyumba nga zifaanagana owa boda tagenda kulinda nyumba kumala kugisasula kuggwayo kasa tumala okuzimba ennyumba neggwa owa boda ayingira buyingizi n'atandika okusasula ng'asula mu nnyumba ye tugenda kubawa ebbanga ddene eryokusasula such that basasule sente entono eziri mu busobozi bwabwe ate nga bakola n'ebyenkulaakulana byabwe nga famire.
Obupangisa bumpisiza bubi nnyo bbanga lyonna lye mbadde nalyo era kati wano 25,000 n'ofuna puloti.
Obupangisa bubi tubonaaboneddemu nnyo nze teri kintu kinnuma kubanga okyebase ssaawa 12 musajja n'akukonkona nga njagala kange kyokka n'omwana akakola ki naffe obwana bwe bakeka ewaka bubeere busanyufu kekyusize mu kisenge kyako.
That brings us to the end of what we had for you tonight. Thanking you so much for watching. My name is Micheal Jordan Lukomwa with Elizabeth Nakakon and the whole team. Wish you the best of the night. Bye-bye.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the Rider Selection Campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends to form a team of 4 and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll free 0800-335-555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
Are you an elite runner, a fitness enthusiast, or just looking for adventure? Get ready to run in paradise at the Fort Portal City Marathon on the 19th of July 2025. This is your race to experience the beauty and culture of our tourism city. It's all breathtaking for only 50,000 shillings. Register now at www.fortcitymarathon.com or come to Wazalendo Building, Room 9 in Fort Portal. The Fort Portal City Marathon, Mwije Tugende Toro, for a run in paradise. In partnership with Rock Telecom, Data Cities, Sams, and
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
And Toro Kingdom.
Agriculture is Uganda's economic backbone, employing about 70% of the working population and contributing 20% of the GDP. As the world becomes a digital global village, ICT has proven to increase productivity in the agricultural value chain. UKUSAF, through its Strategic Plan 3, recognizes the importance of access and usage of ICT-based tools, information and knowledge for farmers by providing them the needed skills to live, learn, work and participate in a digital society.
We came up with a project which we took to UKSAF, and we're happy that UKSAF supported it. That project is called ICT for Farmers. What did we get from ICT for Farmers? We managed to skill up to 100,000 farmers.
UBC, inspiring Uganda. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
This is the Rotary Club of Congo. Welcome to the Rotary Moment Show.
As usual, we do it the magical way. We officially call fellowship to order.
So she has been the amazing president that has implemented everything she has set out to do. The fact that Joyce has met every objective and goal that she sets is amazing. For you presidents out there, this is a baby club that I think you need to emulate. Congratulations, Joyce. I don't even want to speak for you, but welcome with me, Joyce Nakalembe, the president of the Rotary Club of Congo Lukuli, who is left with only 2 weeks. But I would like to hear the things that she has implemented because they're amazing. Welcome to the Rotary Moment Show.
Thank you, Carol. Thank you. I'm grateful.
I am so proud of you. I don't know if that means anything.
It really means a lot. The fact that you're here for the second time.
I am so proud of you.
It only speaks to us as a club and as me as Joyce. Yes, thank you very much.
You have done so well. And for a baby club, I think, oh my God, it's amazing. But I know that viewers are waiting to hear what is amazing. But I'll let Joyce speak for herself. Last year you told about us about St. Chizito.
Yes.
Tell us about St. Chizito.
Once again, to the viewers, good evening everyone. Thank you for watching us always at the Rotary Moment. My name, as she said, I'm Nakalembe Joyce, the irresistible president and the outgoing president for the year 2024-2025.
Yeah.
In my pledge and promise, as I came in, I signed it as president. I promised to implement a global grant that was given